remembering those lost on 9/11 and the sacrifice of our nation's heroes. We're live at a special remembrance ceremony unique to the Alamo City. Plus,
I feel like there has to be justice done for my husband, you know. He didn't deserve to die like that. He was a good person.
She lost her husband in a vicious dog attack, and for the first time, Janie Nahara is sharing her experience with KSAT 12. We'll also look at where the punishment phase in that trial stands this Wednesday morning.
taking a live look outside with live cam. We're not going to be seeing anything from Hurricane Francine, so how does the rest of the week look? Justin has the answer next.
Live from KSAT 12, Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning. It is now 6 a.m. on your Wednesday, and today is a somber day for many out there, September the 11th.
Yeah, a day many of us will unfortunately remember. Thank you for starting out your morning with us. And again, somber day of remembrance across America, and here in the Alamo City, Patty Santos is live at the Tower of the Americas for the 9/11 Tower Climb, which has become a San Antonio tradition, and we'll hear from her in just a few moments.
But first, all eyes are on the Gulf as Hurricane Francine aims for our neighbors in Louisiana. Justin Horn, you've been following this all day, all yesterday, all week. What's going on?
Yeah, it's a Category 1 hurricane. It's going to make landfall later this afternoon in Louisiana, and it will have some big impacts here, but we have seen zero impacts here in Texas, and we don't expect any here locally at all. Temperatures this morning, fairly warm. We're at 75 here in town. You'll find some cooler numbers in the hill country, but our mornings that we saw earlier this week where it was so very nice, those have pretty much gone away. It's right out the door right now. It's definitely not jacket weather, and it will be t-shirt and shorts this afternoon. 93 is where we end up. Partly cloudy skies. And we talked a little bit about Francine. Here is the 4 a.m. update. Category 1 storm, winds are at 90 miles per hour. It's moving northeast at 10. And yes, it's getting a little bit closer to the Louisiana coast. Well, we'll take a look at that track for you. And we'll also take a look ahead to some small rain chances that we have in our forecast that shows up late in the weekend and early next week. That's in just a few minutes. But let's get over to RJ now and look at your morning traffic as you head out the door.
All right, thank you very much, Justin. Take a look at your traffic authority, our TransGuide traffic cameras. So quick update, looks like that back up there, 410 by the airport, that has been cleared out. So it may have just been a work convoy getting some of this overnight construction done. The only incident that I'm seeing right now in TxDOT is going to be on 1604 eastbound at Babcock Road. But again, you're taking a look at 410 Starcrest traffic moving along pretty good on your Wednesday morning. Japhanie?
This morning, you're looking right now at Methodist Hospital near downtown San Antonio, shining two bright beams of light in remembrance of the Twin Towers lost in New York City on 9/11 23 years ago.
23 years ago today, and we're taking a live look this morning at the One World Trade Center in New York City next to Ground Zero. This, of course, the site of those horrific terror attacks that happened 23 years ago.
Today, in cities and towns across the country, Americans will be attending remembrance ceremonies and sharing their stories of that day. And of course, that includes here in San Antonio. First responders and others in our community will commemorate this day by climbing the stairs at Towers of Americas.
Our Patty Santos is there live for us this morning as that ceremony gets underway and crews get ready to climb. Good Wednesday morning, Patty.
Hey there, guys. Over 1,000 people are going to be a part of this event, and this is really a lot smaller than it used to be. Don Solinsky is here. You started this event. You used to climb this on your own before this was an actual large event like this. Yes. What does it mean for you to be able to climb and remember those that were lost?
I think that it's even more important today than it used to be, because as time passes, it just more and more we need to remember our fallen and to never forget. So yes, we started off as just kind of an idea for a few people maybe coming out, a cooler of Gatorade back in 2013. I used to come out on 9/11 and climb the stairs on my own and just invite people to join me. And then we started this event up in 2013, and we have had approximately 1,000 participants every year partake, and over 100 different agencies here climbing for their fallen brethren.
And all of these agencies, it's so beautiful to see all of this brotherhood of firefighters, and you guys are all going to climb with your suits on, right?
Not everybody. We have some retired chiefs here. We have people of all levels. We have some retired chiefs here that are actually 80 years old. So we encourage people to climb as however is best for them, as long as they're putting in the effort and they're putting in their sweat and doing their most to pay tribute to their fallen brother.
People are going to be watching this saying, how can I be a part of this? Not this year, next year.
You can always keep up to date just on our website. It's sanantonio110.com. That's sanantonio110.com. This is our 12th year. We hope to be here for many years, and we do pay tribute to all of our fallen first responders. So we have probably 800 first responders out here, 600 to 800 first responders, as well as openings for civilians and military to also climb with us and pay tribute.
All right, thank you so much. And you can, of course, find out more information on our website, ksat.com. We'll send it back to you.
All right, thank you, Patty. Several other places around San Antonio are hosting 9/11 remembrance ceremonies today, including special events at St. Mary's University, San Antonio College, and more. We have a full list where you can participate in the ceremony near you. Just look for the story on KSAT.com or the KSAT News app. It was a scene so brutal and bloody, we couldn't show everything on camera. But in a moment, Janie Nahara lives out. It's a moment that Janie Nahara lives out every day.
That's right. She lost her husband, Ramon, in that vicious dog attack. And for the first time, she's sitting down for an interview with our own Steve Spriester. Janie was also severely injured when two dogs jumped a neighbor's fence and shattered her life forever. One of the dogs attacked her first, then her husband stepped in to save her life.
Now, with her family sitting right behind her for support, she takes us through what happened next and why she thinks that the city deserves some of the blame.
I feel like there has to be justice done for my husband, you know. He didn't deserve to die like that. He was a good person. He just couldn't get him off of him. And he kept on screaming, and he was calling out to me, and he kept on saying, Janie, Janie, I can't get the dog off of me. And I was screaming to see if somebody could hear us, you know. So the dog came back to my husband, and he started dragging him. He's dragging him towards his side, where he lived, where the dog lived. So he dragged him halfway, and during the time that he dragged him halfway, the female dog got out. And I said, she is gonna finish me up, you know? That's what came through my head. And I started praying. I prayed, I said, Jesus, the holy blood of Jesus covered me with his holy blood. And the dog just walked away. I mean, that was a miracle. And then she went and attacked my husband. And she's the one that pulled the dialysis line out. And I could hear my husband screaming. But I'm thankful that the fire department got there. My husband is my hero because he saved my life, but the fire department, they're my heroes too, because if they hadn't gotten there, I think the dogs would have finished me up too.
You have emotional and physical wounds.
I do.
Will those ever heal?
No, they won't. Not the emotional, because I live through it every day, this tragedy, you know. Even in my quiet time, my mind just wanders off, you know, and I think about him, how he was hurting so bad, you know, and there was no policemen that came. I kept on saying, well, where were the policemen? They have guns. They could have used the guns on those dogs. But I'm just thankful that the fire department came to my rescue, and I even went to the fire station and I met them all. And I thank them, and I thank them from the bottom of my heart. I was so thankful.
A very emotional interview there. Janie Nahara was taken to the hospital in critical condition with dog bites on her legs. Those wounds became infected and she would undergo wound care at BAMC. Since then, she and her family have filed a federal lawsuit against the city of San Antonio.
So the city admits there were numerous complaints about these dogs, and they had attacked other people and had even been removed and quarantined by Animal Care Services, only to be returned to their owners. Janie believes that if Animal Care Services had done their job, these dogs would have been put down months before the attack, and her husband would still be alive.
In other news this morning, we have now learned the name of a woman killed in a deadly crash last Friday night. San Antonio police say that Sasha Marie Yee ran out of a gas station she ran out of gas, and pulled over on the side of the road on Loop 410 near New Valley High Drive. That's on the city's west to southwest side. As she was getting out of her car, officers say that Juan Rabago hit and killed her with his truck. She died at the scene. Officers say that Rabago was intoxicated at the time of the crash and is now charged with intoxication manslaughter.
Last night was the first in what could be the last presidential debate between Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump. ABC News hosted the debate in what is a close race between both candidates in a very important electoral state of Pennsylvania. This debate had a little bit of everything. Some personal attacks, they had partisan divide, a pledge for unity, and claims about Haitian migrants eating pets. Trump repeatedly, though, brought the conversation right back to immigration.
Is there anything that you've heard so far in the debate that you wish that either of the candidates expanded on more?
Abortion. I think that they need to expand on abortion more.
You're a Kamala supporter. Is there anything that you feel like she's missing during tonight's debate?
Well, my biggest thing when it comes to Democrats is I'm a native Texan, is that we are not great when we talk about the southern border. Be courageous to talk about the border and what you're going to do about it.
So that was reaction from viewers who watched that. Now, in the end, the Harris campaign felt she successfully won the debate fair and square, while Trump's campaign criticized both her and the moderators, saying that it was a 3-against-1 debate, with Trump being fact-checked throughout the debate versus Harris not being fact-checked despite making some false claims as well. At this time, the Harris campaign has offered another debate in October. However, Trump has not yet committed.
All right, 6:12 on your Wednesday morning right now, and 75 degrees outside.
Our coverage on debate night continues next with local reaction from both voters on both sides of the political aisle in our area.
And ahead at 6:30, a local man who stepped in to help a stranger is being called a hero. We're going to tell you how he sprang into action to help a woman whose daughter was towed away with her car.
Now taking a live look outside with Live Cam. Again, it is September the 11th. We have many people who are planning on going to their own remembrance ceremonies. Of course, we're going to get into more of that with coverage with Patty and also what your forecast is looking like.
6:15 right now, and we have some late-breaking news. You're looking live at the scene of a crash on the city's west side. This happened just before the start of our 6 o'clock hour.
San Antonio police are at Callahan Road and Ingram Road on the far west side. And so far, we've learned that the person who was hit is in critical condition. The driver did stop to help, though. We'll have an update later this morning as more information becomes available.
Well, lots of people here in San Antonio have definitely different thoughts about how last night's presidential debate went. Voters on both sides of the aisle wanted to hear more from the candidates that they're supporting. We caught up with some of those voters last night during a debate watch party at the Friendly Spot.
Is there anything that you've heard so far in the debate that you wish that either of the candidates expanded on more?
Abortion. I think that they need to expand on abortion more.
You're a Kamala supporter. Is there anything that you feel like she's missing during tonight's debate?
Well, my biggest thing when it comes to Democrats is I'm a native Texan, is that we are not great when we talk about the southern border. Be courageous to talk about the border and what you're going to do about it.
Well, as far as national reaction, the Harris campaign says that they were surprised to hear about an endorsement that it received after the debate from Taylor Swift. You see her right there on an Instagram post. She called Kamala Harris, quote, steady-handed and a gifted leader. Meanwhile, in the spin room after the debate, the Trump campaign met with Tulsi Gabbard, the former Democrat and Hawaii Congresswoman, and Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who endorsed Trump after suspending his independent campaign.
So we all know this election season has been a very dramatic one, but we here at KSAT, we're going to take a different approach to that local coverage. It's going to lead up to Election Day. We're going to small South Texas towns and asking voters there what their issues matter most to them. The series is called Your Voice South Texas, and so far we've been to Uvalde, Seguin, Pleasanton, and Kerrville. That QR code that you see right there on your screen, you can scan it right now to watch previous episodes and stay in the loop for the next one. I absolutely love the fact that we do this series because, again, it brings the conversation back to the people. You see all the drama playing out on the news and people get exhausted from it, but seeing that conversation, that authentic back and forth with people like you and I, it brings it back to reality.
Been out to Kerrville, Seguin, Uvalde. I know that Stephanie is definitely working hard on that series there. All right, Japhanie, speaking of hitting some roads here and going out and about as we take a look at our traffic authority, TransGuide Guide traffic cameras, 410 Starcrest traffic looking pretty good both directions there. The only incident that we're going to be seeing at the moment is going to be 1604 eastbound Babcock Road and again 1604 east at Nacogdoches as well. So a couple of stalled vehicles in those areas. One more quick look there. 410 Starcrest. Good Wednesday morning to all of our drivers out there.
Just ask Justin.
Here we go. This is a good one.
Yes.
I gave him props earlier.
So, yes, so our question is about tropical weather and hurricanes. So my question to everyone, and we'll put the question up there, is what state has seen the most landfalling hurricanes? We had 4 choices for you. Is it Texas? Is it Louisiana? Is it Florida? Or is it North Carolina? And so we want you to weigh in. You can go to ksat.com/poll, or you can scan that QR code and tell us what you think. Don't Google it. We'll make this fun. So we'll see if you got it right. We'll reveal that answer here in about 20 minutes or so. So join us then. So far, Florida is leading the way.
With the lead here, starting out early.
We'll see. We'll see. But we do know Louisiana is the state that is under the gun currently with Francine. So let's get a look at Francine and get the latest information there. This is the 4 a.m. update. We'll get the 7 a.m. update here in just a couple minutes, or probably actually about half an hour. We should get that 7 a.m. update coming in. Winds are at 90 miles per hour. It's moving northeast at about 10 miles per hour. It has picked up speed. And so we expect that this will make landfall later this afternoon. And the pressure's still falling, so we think this is also intensifying some, although it is lopsided, so we know that it is taking on some shear. The question is whether it will be a Category 1 storm or a Category 2 storm when it makes landfall. It'll be a close call. But the Hurricane Center thinks that this does strengthen to a Category 2 storm by this afternoon. Winds at 100 miles per hour, and then making landfall again later this evening, and then weakening as it moves inland and then moving north up the Mississippi River and bringing rain along the way as it does. I think the big issue with this storm, because it's a rather large one, is going to be storm surge. It's this area between Lafayette and just south of Baton Rouge where you're going to have some pretty significant storm surge of 5 to 10 feet. And keep in mind, this is a very low-lying area in these parishes here in southern Louisiana, so the water will stack up pretty high, and that could do some damage there. New Orleans, maybe okay. They're going to get some storm surge here, though, and we'll see what role that plays there with any flooding there in New Orleans. Hopefully, they'll be okay, but some heavy rain to go along with it. So that's they'll get some freshwater flooding out of that, too. For us here in San Antonio, nothing. Just a few clouds this morning. 75 at the airport, 75 Converse, 70 in Bernie. Temperatures getting off to a decent start, but we'll be up in the mid-80s by noontime, and then we'll top out around 93. That's about where we were yesterday, partly cloudy skies and north-northeasterly winds. Now, down the line, we are watching some Pacific moisture that lifts north. A lot of times this time of year, we can start to look out to the Pacific to actually bring us a little bit of moisture, some of the tropical weather out there. And there is some tropical moisture that works into South Texas by Sunday into Monday, brings some very small rain chances. But I don't know that we're going to get a lot out of this. So that's kind of our only one rain chance in the extended forecast. 95 Thursday, 97 Friday. We got to watch out for the heat on Friday. Heat indices will be up near 100. And coming up in the next half hour, we'll talk a little bit more about the heat. But you see the rain chances there Sunday and Monday. This is a very summer-like forecast, unfortunately, in over the next 7 days.
Yeah, we got spoiled a little bit, so unfortunately going to have to deal with a little bit of heat out there this weekend.
It's hard when you get a taste of it and then just you rip the rug out from
We'll get it back. We'll get it back. All right, guys, 6:22 right now, 75 degrees outside.
Just ahead before 6:30, we're getting you ready for our big game coverage game of the week. We'll look at a first of its kind matchup between rivals John Jay and South San.
When your child has moderate to severe eczema, it's okay for them to show off. Show off their clearer skin and noticeably less itch with Dupixent. Because children 6 months and older with eczema have plenty of reasons to show off their skin. With Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists, they can stay ahead of their eczema. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your child's skin from within. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. Show off to the world. Ask your child's eczema specialist about Dupixent.
Welcome back. 6:26 right now. This week's BGC Game of the Week features a first-of-its-kind matchup between John Jay and South San.
Cannot wait for this one. These are new district rivals. They're both a perfect 2-0 to start the season. However, only one will stay undefeated when it's all said and done this Friday night. Last year in District 29 6A, Jay pieced together its deepest playoff run in program history. But now the Mustangs, the pride of the West Side, and the Bobcats are on a level playing field, and hopefully South San is hoping the advantage goes to them as they anticipate a packed house.
This matchup will be a fun one. South San and John Jay kick off at 7:30 p.m. this Friday. And, of course, we're going to have those highlights and post-game later that night right here on KSAT 12. You can also read a full preview of the game on ksat.com/sports.
Yeah, those schools only 13 miles apart there. And while we're talking about hitting the roads, we're talking about our BGC Game of the Week and the Week 3 BGC road trip featuring Eagle Pass Win taking on the Titans of Southwest Legacy, Jefferson and the Mustangs taking on the Bulldogs of Somerset, and George West heading out to Aggieland out there in Poteet. Should be a lot of fun this Friday night.
A lot of fun, that football spirit in the air, always. It is 6:27 right now, 75 degrees outside.
Still to come at 6:30, a man who jumped into action to help a neighbor is being called a hero this morning. We'll hear from his family after he helped a woman find her daughter.
Plus, if you haven't had breakfast yet, your stomach's about to rumble because we're going to look at what's on the menu for Spurs fans this upcoming season at Frost Bank Center. What fans picked to have in the arena this fall. This morning on GMSA, San Antonio will never forget those we lost on 9/11. We'll take you to a special September 11th remembrance ceremony unique to the Alamo City. Plus,
he died trying to help some people escape the fires at the Pentagon.
We're sharing the story of U.S. Army Lieutenant Colonel Karen Wagner, whose actions were a bright light on one of America's darkest days.
good morning. It is now 6:30 on your Wednesday, September the 11th.
Thank you for starting your morning out with us. It is, of course, a day of remembrance across America and here in the Alamo City. Patty Santos is live at the Tower of the Americas for the 9/11 Tower Climb, and we'll hear from her in just a few moments.
Justin Horn has a look at the rest of the week, though, including Hurricane Francine in the Gulf. You guys, she's been keeping you busy.
She has, and it's going to be really a big player for Louisiana's forecast, not so much here in Texas. We did get some clouds from Francine yesterday, and it made for a really beautiful sunset. Yeah. If you're out and about, the colors were really, really cool. And I think we'll see a pretty nice sunrise this morning. This was sent in by Lisa, by the way, out near Geronimo. And beautiful, beautiful for sure. Let's look at the forecast for today. As you head out the door this morning, 75 degrees. Kids do not need a jacket. We'll be up around 93 this afternoon, so actually pretty hot. If you have after-school activities, maybe you got after-school football, whatever, have a lot of water with you because we're headed back into that summer-like pattern, and this heat can sneak up on you, and we're going to get some more humidity headed our way too. So that means heat indices, look at this. That number there, 100. That's what it's going to feel like on Friday. So we got to focus back on the heat again after we had some good relief for at least a couple of days. The heat's going to be the big story going forward. We've also got the latest on Francine, Category 1 hurricane. Again, expected to make landfall later today in Louisiana. We'll have that track for you coming up too. But your traffic authority, let's get you out the door this morning and get you set for your commute. How are things looking, RJ?
All right, Justin, let's take a look at some of our TransGuide traffic cameras because things are looking pretty good if you're about to step inside your car right now. Maybe get a little bit of early breakfast, some coffee on your Wednesday morning. Only incident that I'm seeing right now being reported by TxDOT is going to be 1604 East at Nacogdoches, so kind of that northeast side of town. But everything else is looking pretty good as people make their way across the city of San Antonio. We do want to get you an update. Here's some late breaking news, and you are looking live at the scene of a crash, speaking of traffic, on the city's west side. This happened just before the start of our 6 o'clock hour.
San Antonio police are currently at Callahan Road and Ingram Road on the far west side. So far, we've learned that the person who was hit is in critical condition. The driver did fortunately stop to help. We're going to have an update later this morning as more information becomes available. All right, we're taking a live look right now this morning at Ground Zero. This is in New York City, the site of the terror attacks that happened 23 years ago today.
Yeah, a day many of us will never ever forget. In cities across the country, Americans will be attending remembrance ceremonies. Of course, that includes right here in San Antonio.
Now, the community in San Antonio doing its part to honor those impacted by the attacks.
Our Patty Santos is at the San Antonio 9/11 Memorial Climb. Good morning, Patty. How are things looking out there?
Hey there, good morning. There are so many people that have already started to arrive. Take a look around me. There was just a few hundred volunteers when we first got here, but now you can see that people are starting to arrive. Firefighters like this one right here, a lot of them are carrying their equipment, about 180 pounds that they're going to actually carry with them as they do this climb. And these are firefighters from just all over Central and South Texas. I talked to some of them who told me they've done the climb. It's a really difficult climb because they have to climb all the way to the top and then do it a second time. But they say there's such a camaraderie with some of their brothers here that, you know, even if they just take it easy, there's always somebody there to encourage them. The climb starts at around 8:46. That coincides when the first plane hit the first tower. And we're going to continue to stay here and bring you more updates as the ceremony gets underway. We'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Patty. One of San Antonio's connections to 9/11 is the story of U.S. Army Lieutenant Colonel Karen Wagner.
That's right. Karen Wagner graduated from Judson High School back in 1979. She was a popular student and star athlete for the Judson Rockets, but also well known in the community as someone who was always willing to help those in need. Wagner went to UNLV and became a distinguished military graduate, then earned her master's degree in Health Services Administration. She was then commissioned as a Medical Service Corps officer, and in the summer of 2001 was promoted to rank of lieutenant colonel. Wagner was in the Pentagon when one of the hijacked planes crashed into the building. She died trying to save the lives of others. In 2021, I spoke to teachers at Wagner High School that were impacted by her sacrifice.
He died trying to help some people escape the fires at the Pentagon.
It's a tragedy that we lost her. And at the same time, that was possibly part of the impetus for me to enlist in the military as well.
Well, in 2003, the Wagner Sports Center at Walter Reed was named in her honor, and a year later, Judson ISD named its second high school in her honor as well.
I always look at that picture of her and I said, I got you, because I want our kids to embrace what it is to be strong and to be able to have persevere of all types of situations.
Judson ISD will remember and honor the life and sacrifice of Lieutenant Colonel Wagner this morning as it marks 20 years since the school opened. The ceremony will include a wreath display, remembrances of Wagner's contributions as a student and soldier, and end with the playing of taps and a moment of silence. This all starts at 9 o'clock this morning. And several other places across the Alamo City are hosting 9/11 remembrance ceremonies today, including special events at St. Mary's University, San Antonio College, and much more. We have a full list where you can participate in one of those ceremonies nearest you. Just look for this story on KSAT.com or the KSAT News app. Well, it is day 3 of the punishment phase for a couple at the center of a vicious, deadly dog attack, and that punishment phase attack, that trial resuming later this morning.
So yesterday, the widow of 81-year-old Ramon Najera, Janie Najera, tearfully testified to the court, as well as Animal Care Services Lieutenant Bethany Snowden. Now, Snowden testified at the time of the deadly attack of Ramon in 2023, ACS only had 4 bite investigators on staff for the entire city. She also explained how the previous bites weren't considered serious, and it was a different dog involved in each attack. When asked during cross-examination about giving previous victims information about filling out an affidavit to deem the dogs dangerous, there wasn't a clear response.
Did David Avila guest get a notice?
I'm sorry, I don't have the answer for you.
Would it surprise you to know that Mr. Avila testified under oath that he had reached out to ACS several times asking how he could get these dogs off the street?
I don't have any knowledge to that.
The Najera family has filed a lawsuit against the city about not doing enough before the deadly attack. Testimony will resume later this morning, and we're live streaming it. You can watch it live on all of our KSAT platforms.
This morning, another 12-year-old student was arrested for making a terroristic threat against a school. The Bexar County Sheriff's Office arrested the 12-year-old on yesterday afternoon at a home in West Bexar County. Deputies say that they received a tip from Northside ISD after a witness said that a student made a verbal threat during a FaceTime call this past Saturday, saying that they were going to shoot up a middle school and allegedly showed pictures of guns. School officials immediately notified authorities and suspended the student from school pending the arrest and this investigation.
So yesterday, the deputies actually searched that student's home and they found a pistol with an extended magazine, ammunition, 2 fake pistols, and 2 different sets of plate carriers for body armor. The student was booked into the Bexar County Juvenile Detention Center on a 3rd-degree felony charge of terroristic threats. This comes, again, just a few days after a different 12-year-old was arrested for also making school shooting threats to 7 different San Antonio schools.
In other news this morning, criminal charges are still a possibility for a tow truck driver who was accused of hauling away a woman's car with her 5-year-old daughter still inside.
San Antonio police tell us that they're still investigating the case. However, a man who stepped in to help the distraught woman is being called a hero. Gilbert Ramirez called police, who directed him and the woman to the tow yard. She reunited with her daughter there. The man's wife said that over the phone to KSAT's Katrina Weber what her husband did to help a stranger make him a hero.
He says she came out of nowhere, is screaming and hollering, help me, help me. So she approached the window side of the passenger and said, help me, help me. He said, the truck took my daughter, in Spanish. I'm so proud of my husband. I'm absolutely very proud of him.
KSAT 12 called and emailed Trinity Towing both Monday night and yesterday morning asking for a statement about the incident. No one with the company had responded to the request.
Going back to some of our debate coverage here in our last half hour, we heard from some people who showed up to last night's debate watch party at the Friendly Spot in Southtown. And in true San Antonio form, there was a mix of supporters on both sides of the aisle coming together despite their differences.
I think she is the politician that can take us to that next place to turn the page.
My vote is Donald Trump. My vote was already made up even before starting it, and even watching it, my vote is still made up in general.
Well, you can find complete coverage on KSAT.com, not only of the Dallas Sides debate, but Daniela's story right there. And coming up on GMSA at 9 o'clock, we'll have a live debate recap with CNN reporter and former KSAT reporter Lee Waldman. Looking ahead to later this week, this is your final chance to make your voice heard on the proposed San Antonio city budget that is coming up. The city has already held a series of 11 budget town halls across town, and the last public hearing is going to be held tomorrow at 9 in the morning. We've got the full breakdown of what's in that budget, including more money for police officers, firefighters, and homeless camp cleanups. You can find it all on KSAT.com.
All right. It is 6:41. RJ, we're looking at 75 outside.
That's right. Basketball foodies get set for game day. The Spurs are unveiling the new options for some home games this upcoming season. 6:45. Welcome back to Good Morning San Antonio. Foodies, check this out. Something else for Spurs fans to look forward to this upcoming season. The Spurs culinary program announced 12 new local restaurants are coming to the Frostbank Center for this upcoming NBA season. We got everything, y'all, from sushi to fun, sweet treats. You'll be able to get a little bit of taste of everything.
So the restaurants were picked by the Spurs Sports and Entertainment and Aramark fans. They voted on the final spot for the Purple Pig Barbecue. You will see new tacos, Korean hot dogs, and donuts this upcoming season at the concession stands. That sounds beautiful. That makes me want to just go to the game, just be going. I won't even want to watch it.
Tacos, donuts, yeah, nachos, whatever it is, sushi.
Gosh, man, that's such a great combination. And like you mentioned, it's cool. It's going to be local stuff. You know?
All local vendors that are going to be part of the game day experience now for the San Antonio Spurs. Year 2 of Wemby, y'all cannot wait for that. All right, guys, if you're about to step outside, traffic has been looking pretty good for the most part on your Wednesday morning. Now, of course, we are getting closer to 7 o'clock, so do expect things to get a little bit more busy. But right now, the only thing that I'm seeing is on the roads is going to be 1604 eastbound and Nacogdoches, but of course, seeing more volume out there. 410 Jackson Keller. Good morning to all of our folks out there. I-10 at the Y for all of our folks coming out in and out of the downtown area. But overall, guys, things looking pretty good out there right now.
And Justin's currently turning on the microwave.
Oh,
I am. Cranking it up.
Yes.
Yeah, the oven's
I was like,
back.
you making something in the break room?
I might be
It's about the
soon.
time that he gets a little hungry, right?
Yeah, it is about that time, breakfast time. Hey, it's also quiz time.
Here we go.
Oh, it is.
Let's see how you guys do.
Oh.
Okay, so which state has seen the most landfalling hurricanes? That is our poll today. We asked the folks at home. They're weighing in, and they say Florida. What say you?
I feel like every time we turn around, Florida's getting lit up by something. So I'm going to say Florida too.
Okay, I'm going to go Florida as well because I'm looking at it as they have hurricanes coming in not only from the Gulf of Mexico, but also the Atlantic Ocean, unlike these other states there.
So
but I do love my Texas.
You guys are good, using good logic here.
Yes.
I like
Okay.
this. And you know what? Everyone's right today.
Yay!
It was about time.
It is Florida, and it is by a large margin, I should add, that Florida has been hit by the most hurricanes. As you look back at history, and we've kept records since the 1800s, but Florida's had around 120 hurricanes. Texas has had 64, Louisiana 63, about to be 64, and North Carolina's had 58. So those three states are all pretty close, but Florida, by and large, the busiest state when it comes to landfalling hurricanes. They've been hit hard through the years. So yes, good job to everyone who voted this morning, and we thank you. It's always fun when we can test the knowledge out there. All right, that's right. And when you're right, you guys get an A+ today. You've passed. All right, clouds and radar. We see that we have Francine really starting to take shape here. We can almost see an eye down there. And we're starting to get those outer bands already starting to work into Louisiana. This thing has picked up speed, and it will continue to do so. Notice, though, that there is no rain in Texas. All this rain is across parts of Louisiana, and a really heavy band of rain now moving onshore as we speak. So that's going to start. New Orleans has already started to see light rain, and they'll see it all day long. So it'll be a problem spot today. Let's look at the latest. This is the 7 a.m. update, so we did just get it in from the Hurricane Center. So this is fresh info. Excuse me. Winds are at 90 miles per hour. Movement is northeast at 12 miles per hour. And this, as I said, is picking up speed. It could become a Category 2 hurricane as it moves forward in time here. Winds at 100 miles per hour potentially by Wednesday afternoon. And then by Thursday, this is weakening into a tropical storm, but not before it has put down some serious rainfall and before we get some serious storm surge there along the Louisiana coast. Then as it moves north along the Mississippi River, it weakens, but it is bringing rainfall along the way as it does. I don't want you to think that's the only thing out there, because it's not. We have more areas of potential development. And you know what's funny is they just updated this map, and we have a new spot now that the Hurricane Center is watching. Probably a low chance of development, but you can see how busy it is. One here, 80% chance. There's a 30% chance down here. And yes, in the Pacific, 60% chance over here. And that actually is notable because some of that moisture that you see there actually may work into Texas. That system gets pulled north, and then some of that moisture gets pulled into Texas as we get into Sunday and Monday, which would give us small chance for rain. Not a big one, but a small chance. I think Sunday night into Monday morning. Something to watch. We'll put in a 20% chance of rain there. But our forecast in the meantime is a hot one. Noontime 86. We're on our way up to 93. By 5 o'clock, it's a partly cloudy day. And it gets even hotter next few days. 95 Thursday. Look at Friday, 97. Humidity comes back too, so that means the heat index is up near 100 on Friday. And then there are those small rain chances I mentioned Sunday and Monday, but we got 90s all the way through the 7-day forecast. As we said yesterday, summer was like, not so fast, my friend. I'm back, and I'm going to be here for a while.
Okay, good stuff there, Justin. 6:50 right now, 75 degrees outside.
Coming up before 7, a farmer in the Midwest got really creative for a proposal. How he was able to pull it off without his girlfriend finding out. Now let's take a live look out at the city right now. Of course, today we spent all morning remembering the dark day of our history of 9/11. A lot of remembrance ceremonies going on right now. And of course, you can find out how you can participate on our website at KSAT.com. Welcome back. 6:54. Check it out. Looking ahead, kids are adorable, but it takes a lot of work to keep them safe. Tomorrow, GMS say how keeping your child on a child safety seat can save their lives, despite how hard it is to install one.
And before you go on this Wednesday morning, check out this North Dakota farmer who went all out to propose to his girlfriend. Justin Lehman is his name. He planted soybeans so that they could spell out "Marry Me." Lehman said that he used technology and precision planting to make sure the words came out correctly.
That is so awesome. Of course, the only way his future bride could see the proposal was from above. So he had one of his friends, who is a pilot, take them up in the air to see the aerial crop tour. And she saw the surprise message and said, yes.
I would hope.
I know, right? I'm like, that's a lot of work.
That.
First of all, a lot of dedication. And third of all, like, that is some neat writing there, you know? I would have, like, he did a great job.
That is impressive stuff. Yeah, that is very impressive. We've seen some interesting things with crop fields and things like that, but that's pretty good stuff there for that farmer.
So,
yes, the roads, guys. Real quick, everything has been looking pretty good as we give you one more look at your TransGuide traffic cameras. And going to cycle through a few here again. 1604 Nacogdoches was going to be our only trouble spot at the moment. Let's take a look at I-10 at the Y. Traffic looking pretty good. 37, 35 right there. Beautiful shot of all of our folks coming into downtown San Antonio right now. Justin.
Yeah, we got some morning clouds out there. You can see that there on TransGuide. We'll be up around 93 this afternoon, mid-90s, even upper 90s by Friday and Saturday. Get ready to sweat this weekend. Maybe some small rain chances Sunday and Monday, but the heat is going to be the big story in the short term.
All right, and as you guys know, throughout the day, we are remembering 9/11. Of course, our coverage will continue in GMSA at 9, but you can figure out whatever remembrance ceremonies you want to be in on our website at ksat.com.